Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. Joining me as always is Col Mayank Chaubey as we take a look at what the growing defense sector of India is doing and whether the H1-Bs that might return back from various parts of America have some future there. Let's welcome Col Mayank Chaubey ji. Namaskar sir, how are you?
Namaskar, Shriji. I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. It was like a serendipity, an act of serendipity that I was thinking of something and you are writing an article on that very subject. So I yield the floor to you, sir, because people are thinking that there might be new opportunities in the defense sector. And overall, there is a feeling that the world is, lurching towards another world war. Over to you, sir.
So thank you, Sriji. The topic for the day is H1B visa. If people are sent back home, packing to India, do we have something for them in store, especially in the defense sector? So that is the topic of the day. And what I could cull out from the details that there are seven ecosystems in which these people can fit in. So first of all, it is not a ray of hope. The entire sun is shining on you. You have a bright future. So don't get perturbed, even if somebody is told, please go back. So what am I going to do is I'm going to slightly take some time in reading out the
Yeah.
notes that I could have memorized all these points. And while writing and finding out the details, I felt very encouraged that in Hindi they say that आपदा में अवसर, जो मोदी जी का स्टेटमेंट है आपदा में अवसर, what I find here is if in case there is a आपदा looming large over the people who have H1B visas, there is a lot of avsar in India back home. So that is a positivity that I could find. And today we will not be discussing anything negative because what I have in store for everybody is all positive. So to start with, there are seven such sectors that we have discussed. The first being the defense R&D and innovation ecosystem. So what is happening is that the Indian defense sector is opening up, and Atmanirbhar Bharat is now showing its true colors, and it is blossoming. So under the defense R&D and innovation ecosystem, we have a few PSUs which are doing pretty well, and this was evident during Operation Sindhu. Let me name the PSUs. They are the DRDO, the HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited, and ISRO. I need not explain what ISRO is. So all these companies, all these PSUs, they are actively seeking specialists in AI, in machine learning, in avionics, in propulsion, in robotics, in material sciences, and in cyber systems. So if you see all these topics, which are very current and hot topics, and I'm very sure that students back in the US are studying all these topics, especially those who have got Indian roots. So you have a bright future if in case you have mastery over these topics, if in case you have to come back home. So these are the areas which you can excel and find a place for yourself. Of course, the market will be competitive. People won't be standing there with open arms. You have to compete with your peers and make a place for yourself. Now, what happens is that these people who come back to India with their H1B visas, they can strengthen the indigenous R&D machinery which is existing here in India. So they come back with a knowledge and they strengthen the indigenous R&D back home in India. The second is a very interesting topic, Sriji, that is IDEX. I don't know whether people have come across this or not. And the full form of IDEX is Innovation for Defense Excellence. Now, this is an initiative by the Ministry of Defense, Government of India, where they are funding startups and innovators to develop defense solutions. So you see that the government is now backing those people who are involved in doing something for the defense under the IDEX scheme. So what happens is now, if in case you are a H1B visa holder and you are coming back, you have already had an exposure to the US innovative ecosystem. DARPA is one of them. Then you have the Silicon Valley culture, which you have. So you can find a mentor or you can be a founder of any of these companies in this ecosystem. So you have a promising future if in case you come under the Innovations for Defense Excellence program. The third thing is defense corridors. Now, the governments of Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, incidentally, Sree is, I think, from Andhra Pradesh. So
I am actually, I was born in Chennai, but I grew up in Andhra Pradesh. Yes.
So back in Chennai, they are developing a defense corridor, and so is Yogi Adityanath ji in Uttar Pradesh. So these two states, they have taken initiative where they are establishing defense corridors, and in these defense corridors will be research and development hubs. Defense corridors will be built with global standards. Now, what is happening is those who are returning back to the country, they can establish labs out here in the defense corridors. They can partner with the Indian SMEs, and they can plug into Make in India programs which are already existing. So another promising future, if in case you hail from either Tamil Nadu or UP, but then India is a level playing field. If in case you're coming from any state, you can go and work in any state. There is no embargo as such. Now, Sree, this was the first system in which people can seek their opportunity. The second is private sector defense manufacturers. Now, in India, private sector has taken a big boost, and private companies, private players are coming into defense sector. To name a few, we have got the Tata Advanced Systems, we have the Mahindra Defense System, we have the Adani Defense, we have Bharat Forge, we have Larsen and Toubro, we have Dynamic Technologies, to name a few. Now, all these companies are rapidly expanding. Now, you can find a place for yourself, and they are requiring global management and project managers. So, if in case you have done a specialization or you have worked as a project manager, there is this field open for you, because they are looking for project managers, they are looking for system engineers, and they are looking for compliance experts in these companies. So, you have a future with these private sector manufacturers, and they all come under the aerospace and defense majors. So one has a future in these sectors as well. The next is the multinational companies joint ventures. So what is happening is that many multinational companies are getting into JVs with Indian companies, and those companies which are they are getting into JVs with Indian companies are Boeing, Lockheed Martin, GE Aviations, we have Safran, and we have the Airbus. Now, what happens is that all these companies, they have got India operations working. So, if in case somebody is coming back from the US, he can fit into leadership roles in these companies. Now, what happens is that you are already familiar with both the US system as well as the Indian system. So, you can seamlessly get into the leadership role in these companies as well. The third part here in the second system is the export focus. Now, what has happened is over the years, India has developed its export market so far as defense equipment and ammunition is concerned. And last year, the total defense equipment which was exported from India was at a staggering $2.6 billion. So India is now opening market, and post Operation Sindoor, many companies have come ahead, many countries have come ahead, and they have contacted the Indian government. I am aware of at least 22 nations who have come ahead, and they are seeking the BrahMos missile system. We are now in the process of exporting missile systems to NATO countries, and Greece will be one of the first recipients of this system. So what is happening is that these companies, they require skills in global supply chain. They are looking for people who are working with quality assurances and those who are working in the field of regulatory compliances. So these are in high demand in case these companies which are engaged in the export of defense equipment. Now, the third tier that I want to discuss with you is cyber security and defense tech. Now, in the field of cyber security and defense tech, I have further divided into two sectors. The first sector is cyber warfare units. Now, as you all know, that India faces a hybrid threat. Now, what is happening is that India is in the process of recruiting people in the cyber command, in CERT-IN and NTRO. So, whatever data I am giving you is being extracted from the internet. It's in open source. So, I'm not discussing anything secret with you. So, please be rest assured that this data has come from open sources. Now, these organizations are demanding people in the field of cyber security and defense tech. We come down to a field which is very fast developing in this country, and that is artificial intelligence, drones, and autonomous systems. So there is a civil-military fusion which is being encouraged in the country. Earlier, the defense sector was a pariah. Nobody would touch the defense sector. The PSUs would only manufacture items for the defense sector. Now, what has been done is that the government has opened the doors of defense manufacturing to private partners also. So it has increased the avenues for many people. So coming back to various technologies, in the case of AI drones and autonomous systems, there is a market ready for drones, swarm technology, and early warning systems. So those who have got some knowledge of these systems can find a suitable place when they come back home. This field is open for you. Then the returning techies, they can co-found startups also. Government is encouraging that. Or you can act as consultants for defense PSU programs. So that is another field which is open for you. Coming down to the fourth pillar that is existing for those people who are going to return, if in case they return, that is the strategic consulting and defense policy. Now, there are a number of think tanks which are working in this country. Observer Research Foundation, ORF, is one of them. We have the Manohar Parrikar Institute of Defense Services and Analysis, IDSA. We have the USI. We have private defense consultants. These think tanks are looking for private defense consultants and those who have got global experimental analysis, who have got global experience. So if in case you are coming from that place and you are in the academic field, so you can find a place in these think tanks as well. They are looking for such people who have got a global experience. Then the other is the Ministry of Defense and the 𝗏𝐶𝗍𝗍. Now, in the Ministry of Defense and the 𝗏𝐶𝗍𝗍 stands for Strategic Communication and Public Engagement Cell, which, as per my information, is proposed. Now, what is being done is skilled professionals who have got experience in the field of communication, negotiation, and narrative warfare. So their experience will come of great value to these organizations. So you have a future here as well. Now we come down to the fifth pillar, and the fifth pillar is academia, training, and knowledge transfer. Now, what is happening that many universities and skill development centers are working in this country. So defense courses are finding their places in various institutes, and the number is growing as we speak. So there are various IITs, there are various triple ITs, and there are various private universities which are offering courses on defense technology. So if in case you are interested in academia, so there is one field which is open for you. So you can either take up a job in teaching, you can design the curriculum in these institutions, or you can lead various labs which are existing in these institutions. Continuing with the fifth pillar, we have the officer training institutes. As you are aware, there are a number of institutes working in this country which train the Army, Navy, Air Force services officers. The prime institution being the NDC, National Defense College. So senior officers, they go and receive training and exposure in this institute. The other is the Defense Services Staff College, DSSC. The next being the various training academy which trains various cadets like the IMA, OTA, and the NDA. Then you have got various technical arms in the armed forces. So they, what did they do in the courses of instructions? They invite subject matter experts. So they are inviting visiting faculty. So if in case you are knowledgeable in that area, you can act as a visiting faculty in these institutions. You can go and deliver talks there. And because they are seeking high-end expertise in these institutes. The next being the STEM outreach. Now, in the STEM outreach, what is happening is that a number of drone labs, cybersecurity workshops, and innovation councils are existing in the schools and colleges of this country. So, as a H1B person having that experience, you can spearhead the next gen defense education in India. So you can become a drone pilot, drone trainer, or in that area. You can be a cyber security expert taking workshops in various schools, colleges. So this field is also open for you. Coming down to the sixth pillar, Sree, it is becoming a monologue. I hope people are really
Oh,
interested
no,
in
it's
what.
fascinating. It's fascinating. You've done your homework, sir. It's wonderful. Please continue.
Thank you so much, Sree. So the sixth pillar that we're going to discuss is entrepreneurship in defense startups. Now, the field that is very fast, very rapidly growing in India is the drones and the UAVs, that is unmanned aerial vehicles. And they are being deployed in the field of agriculture, in the field of surveillance, and in the field of logistics. So dual-use drones are booming in numbers. And you'll be surprised that in this country, at present, there are 400 plus drone startups which are already in place. They are working in this country. So again, an avenue which is open for you. Then we have the space and defense convergence. So private players, as you know, are now getting into the field of space launches, satellite technology, and ISR. So one has future in that area as well. So the line between the defense and space technology is very fast blurring. So one cannot say that, okay, this field belongs to the government sector or this field belongs to the private players, and it is blurring at a very rapid pace. Coming down to the last pillar, the seventh pillar, it speaks of global bridge roles. Now you have an insight into the working of the US systems, and you have an insight into the Indian defense ecosystem. So what you can do is you can act as a bridge between the Indian system and the American system. You can act as a liaison in joint ventures. You can be offsetting management, and you can act as import control compliant. So in that field also, you can be found useful. You can become a bridge where India needs to plug into global value chains without having any security issues. I come to an end of this monologue. I hope it was of some use to you and you are enthused that so many areas are wide open if in case you fit in into any of these areas which serve the defense sector in the country. Thank you, Sree.
Thank you so much, Col Mayank Chaubey. And it's just mind blowing. The reason I'm saying this, because in terms of the various theaters that are opening up, in terms of confrontations, India is still at a place where it can continue to kind of stay out of conflict and still continue to develop. See, why did United States become a superpower after Second World War? Because it entered late, and by the time it helped finish off everybody else, there was nothing left in whether it was Europe or Great Britain. Nothing left after that. So the only thing that was there was United States, and they just essentially went back into Germany and Japan, already evolved systems, and they just needed to give in the right capital, and they knew what to do with it. Much easier, right? But when they did that for the first 10, 15, 20 years, whatever US could produce, they could consume. Real competition started only in the 70s, and then of course US has been losing ground ever since, and then now the tariff drama and all that. But the point I'm trying to make is India can leapfrog China also if something like this happens, especially if China gets embroiled in a conflict with Taiwan. I can tell you there are three countries wishing to get into the fight there: Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan, because they feel that China has been bullying them for far too long. So that's just one of the feelings. But nobody wants to get into the war. But some clouds have already gathered, Kanalji. Spain has capital controls. Only 3,000 euros per withdrawal from the bank. It doesn't matter if you have 3 million. Only 3,000 euros withdrawal. Guess who will be next? France, because they're already talking about IMF bailouts. Who else will come? UK. Germany is not far behind. But these are the industrial powerhouses of Europe. And if they start putting capital controls, my God, huge problem. So this is what is happening right now. I'm also told that Egypt is starting to enforce some visa controls. Meaning, if you are a foreign-based person who are working in Egypt and you are going to leave back for home for whatever work, they are encouraging you to not come back. Basically, the visa is not being renewed. They're saying, don't come back. Why is Egypt saying that? So many things like this. You have to connect the dots. Egypt is like that. Saudi Arabia evidently has told United States that neither you nor Israel can do anything like Qatar in our territory. Guess what Mr. Trump does? Within a few hours, he tells Afghanistan, I need the Bagram back. So much happening, viewers. We'll be almost always at the forefront of this, giving you information that's going to break. Again, thank you so much, Colonel Saab. We have a few questions from our viewers. Let's just go through them if you don't mind. Mangat Ranga wants to know, Namaste, isn't it better to tackle this issue by better policy than by restrictions? This is true for brain drain from Bharat too.
Magnetangaji, earlier we used to speak of brain drain. Now we speak of brain gain. Now, what is happening? So what is happening is that anybody who goes out, he becomes India's ambassador abroad, and he carries the flag of India, and he projects the country there. So it is just a twist in the thought process. Earlier it was said that you receive education there, and then you go outside and you benefit the other. But what is happening that he is sending remittances back home, plus he is acting as a cultural ambassador of India in that country. So brain drain has now been changed into brain gain. And now what is happening is I have a record of people who are now coming back to the country. Not because of any other reason, but they feel that they have got better avenues back home. People are returning. So the reverse brain drain is also happening. So things are being equated, and we are presently poised at a very balanced scenario. I hope I have answered your query, Magnet sir.
Yes, indeed, you have. And the usual skeptics say that, well, the H1-Bs may find other greener pastures. My dear man, did you hear even one word of what I just said? Everywhere you want to go, there is going to be war. At least in India, you can have a relative amount of safety. Our army is very professional, and they can basically keep some of these things out. US won't come and bomb India. China won't. China doesn't have things to go over the Everest and come in. India is geographically done in a way that it is quite safe. And this Pakistan is like a mosquito. You can always squish it. Forget about them. So India is a good place to be, viewers. And this is a very positive one-place compendium of every opportunity that one can think of, because you already are at the cutting edge of the technology in the United States, and you can bring that back home. Thanks so much, Colonel Chaubey. We'll be seeing you again next Tuesday, 10 a.m. in Hindi. Namaskar.
Namaskar, Sree. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.